Okay, so just for some context, I think this is what started the 50 Cent and Papoose beef. Apparently, Papoose and Remy Ma just so happened coincidentally decided to shop for fur coats at the same place on the same day. And so, the internet gonna do what the internet do, and so people start hollering, oh, they was out shopping together, and they back together, and this, that, and the other, and so on and so on. And so 50 Cent caught wind of it, and this is what 50 Cent posted.
Everything I did for you. I did it because I love you. Don't you felt the same way about me?
Me? Love you? You have to be crazy. I use you. You're a toy. A freak. You get your big country, greasy ass back to the country where you belong.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Get just
So this basically is a spoof of Claressa Shields getting mad at Papoose about apparently him getting caught back out with Remy Ma shopping for fur coats. So just for some context, this is what's going on. I think it's hilarious and funny. Things can get serious, but I think 50 Cent is the troll, king troll. I look at 50 Cent as Thanos. 50 Cent got this glove on, and any and everybody that he really don't too much care for or he don't mind trolling at all, he takes and sucks all the energy from popular stories that's going on with these people. He take the energy and troll them and pull the energy back out on him. And I think it's just a genius move. He is controlling black culture's narrative. It's like, if 50 don't respond to it, it really ain't that relevant. And so he just done turned the king troll, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's all fun, but I'm fixing to show y'all what Papoose ended up posting on his page about 50 Cent. So, so this is what Papoose ended up posting on his page about 50. But if you look at 50's caption, 50 reposted what Papoose posted about him. And so 50 was like, look at what he posted. But he was like, all his hoes are handsome and look tougher than him. So like some real strong shots being fired here in this situation. But nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, I want to deep dive into is 50 gonna make some music in response to Fabulous, Mano, Jim Jones, when they done the little diss, whatever, in the studio at Jim Jones spot where they be doing the podcast. Because I think they came with some heat. I gotta be honest, it was some heat, and everybody, Fab had the hardest voice versus out of all of them. But the thing is that 50, I don't think 50 is going to respond, because just like I say, 50 is very methodical when it comes to this online beefing. If he responds, it sheds more light on them than it does on him. Right now, he got the leverage because he king troll. He king 50. He got, everybody know he got the most money. He got the most motion. He got the studios going. So if he responds, that's gonna shift the narrative back over to them. So I honestly don't think he gonna respond to Jim Jones and Mano and them. But it would have been nice to hear him get in the studio and do some music. But at some point, you have to think bigger than what you have going on. And 50 Cent is like a mogul now. He a film mogul. So I'm not finna be in the studio on no podcast doing no freestyle about something somebody said about me I don't like. And I think that's his mindset. But nonetheless, I like how the narrative is shifting as far as like online beef with a lot of these older rappers, like Cameron and Mace. They had some beef with, with Dame Dash and this, that, and the other, but they all doing it online. And honestly, I think that's the best narrative. That's the best way that things need to be shifted and moved in society, because it's too much killing out here in these streets. These young boys just turning to demons and bulls, and it just ain't what it do. But Jim Jones, Fabulous, Mano, oh yeah, and Dave East, they done a hot freestyle. And I think that's the end of it. I don't think 50 gonna respond to it no more, but 50 is very vindictive and he very thought-provoking and provocative with some of the things he do. If he can shift around, move around, buy that building they are leasing, making their content in or something, like, it would not surprise me if 50 end up doing something like that just to kind of backdoor them. But 50 is also a businessman, and so if it don't make sense, he is not gonna do it. If he not gonna make no money off of it, if he not gonna capitalize off of it, he ain't gonna do it. But at the end of the day, I like what's going on with the online beef, trolling and this, that, and the other. But man, 50 Cent has came a long way from being shot 9 times to going bankrupt to getting back on his feet to rebuilding his image to the liquor he got, to the film, the studios. He basically then took over Shreveport, Louisiana. The man literally owned the whole downtown of Shreveport, Louisiana. And I think that's just the start of the snippet of what 50 Cent got going on and what 50 Cent is fixing to do in the future. Like, I think it's going to be some major announcements as far as like productions. I think he going to team up with some major film companies and do a lot of good music. And I think ultimately that's what he is trying to do. He is trying to shed light to Shreveport, Louisiana through his platform, while also taking over the black film industry and this, that, and the other. And I think that he has the potential to do a lot more than Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry focused mainly solely on independent black films, which is good. Black people needed that voice. We needed that. But at some point, Tyler Perry films got repetitive. They didn't, it was like he was watching the same film over and over, the same narrative. 50 makes shows that are urban and, and they have a black aesthetic to them, but they appeal to all different races and creeds of people. And I think that's the niche that 50 Cent has found as a producer, film worker, whatever category you want to put him in. But nonetheless, I like how 50 be getting online trolling people. I think it's all fun. I hope it stays like that and don't get to the streets or whatever. But I appreciate all the support from each and every one of y'all. We running towards 100K subs like it ain't nothing. 2026 gonna be a good year, and I'm speaking into existence for all my subscribers and people that watch my content. I hope everyone is blessed. I hope everyone has a great year. Let's get out, do 2026 in a big way. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think.